once more into the fog of that mangrove of madness. Although I guess the dangers are going to be even greater now. Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Dredge. Last time we seemingly produced a device that could actually defeat the creature under the rig. And then, of course, corporate had to come in and ruin everything and decide to keep drilling. I guess we don't learn lessons in this universe. It's gotta be a story about man's arrogance, right? Yeah, we can see the discarded remains of our trap there. The creatures that caused us problems last time we were here should be gone now, but new ones may have emerged, and yep, we are going to need some infused mangrove rods in order to catch the things here. This is also unique in that while the other spills have been more on the periphery of the different areas, this one is right here in the middle, meaning that navigation is going to be a much bigger issue. Navigation is a very important thing, as some in the past may have found out. But that's right, we've got to make some inventory space anyway, and we have a lot of crates that we can use to help build this up. That helicopter up there kind of makes the time period a little bit more ambiguous, doesn't it? Now let's go to the foundry. I'd love to see what else you can do for me. Alright, we'll start upgrading the foundry. Should be able to make some better stuff now. Such as, oh, you can make all of this stuff. Including the ability to, we can now exchange crates for research parts and $20. That is huge. You just went from something I don't really need to one of the most useful things in the game. Alright, we'll definitely keep you in mind. Factory. Tier 4, we've got just the things. That'll do it for the factory. It's running at peak efficiency. We've got all we need. Insta-crab bait, exotic bait. Okay, well, we can make that stuff we've had the entire game now. Although I guess this does still require a use for fishing. I mean, for, like, parts. Now, as for fleet services, we gotta get this place operational or the boss will have my head. Oh, I don't want you to lose your head. Alright. And there we go. Everything should be operational here, sir. Excellent. Remember, fisherman, I'll permit the workers to upgrade your hull with our tech here. But I think you know how this works by now. You'll have to gather the materials yourself. You know what? That is fine by me. Another hull upgrade, that could be huge potentially. We can make improvements to your vessel here, including some cutting-edge Ironhaven tech that you won't find anywhere else. There we go. For $2,500 and 2 crates, which we already have, we can upgrade our hull again. A tier 5 hull that adds 11 new cargo spaces. Give. And boom, that's both our ship and the rig fully upgraded. Well, we're off to a quick start here, ain't we? But now we should worry about getting that mangrove hoist. Yes? What's your opinion of your boss? 'Cause, you know, a mutiny could be in order. My master? Oh, the executive, yes. He's everywhere. Very hardworking. Always has been. Always will be. He needs me. My work. It all has to be correct. Do you understand? We have to be in the right place, or else there's not much time left. You weren't joking when you called him the master. So, wait, maybe he also knows something we don't. Have you learned anything about the dark fluid I collected? It's unlike any substance I've ever seen, touched. It's smooth one moment, silky, and the next sharp, stabbing. The scientist flinches at something in the air above him. A moment later, the lights flicker. The subtle pop of a blown capacitor can be heard somewhere on the nearby bench. His voice drops to a breathy murmur. It holds secrets, instructions, whispers. Kinda like that device we mounted on top of the rig. You seem concerned. Concerned? No. Concern implies... He turns to look at you, one of his eyes bloodshot, the white completely overrun with dark red blood. Concern implies that we didn't know this would happen. Well, that's all there is to it, isn't there? For this, we're going to need the anti-tangle line. We do not have any more dark fluid, so we're going to have to go get it. And another crate. This hull upgrade has forced me to move some things around a bit, but look! Hang on, wait, what's going on with these engine slots? Hang on, I'm gonna have to work something out here. Let's remove all our engine. You there. It's the best place for you. Yeah, we need to change some things. Wow. That actually is a bit of a downgrade in that regard. Actually, wait. If we put you there, and then we... Sorry, I'm in fleet services for repairs right now. If we put you there, we can take one of you guys out, like you. Look at her now. God, she looks so much tougher. 2 lights mounted on the front. This thing is quite crazy now. And I'm glad to have her. It's just strange to have her look so different after all this time. Yeah, this actually puts me in a little bit of a spot as far as engines go. I'm a decent amount slower now. But I'm convinced there's still a path to doing this. I've just got to buy those little drive engines. Serpentine mackerel. It lashes out with its teeth, its tail. A hissing rises from its mouth, and then from the water around you. The writing in this is so great at managing to imply a whole lot through a single line of a description. And by imply, I mean giving you fuel to speculate wildly. There we go, that's what we're looking for. We need, what, 2 crates or something like that? It doesn't matter, whatever we can get is going to be useful. We still have use for it so long as the foundry is in play. Of course, even with fleet services, they won't include the actual fleet still. Oh my, it's gotten dark. Alright, to the Marrows. Yeah, look at this. It moved a light to storage because we have one less slot. This upgrade is just, like, worse in a lot of ways. That is so dumb. I swear there used to be a smaller engine. Well, look, if we put this in storage and we buy one of these, we can fit that in where we need it. There we go. What do you give me for this? $56. Not bad. I'm gonna need to start recouping some of my losses. Well, not need, but you know. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's actually just worse in some ways. But now... Some of you guys had told me, and I'm not queuing these up as much as previous series because I actually recorded another series before that, but I figured the nautical stuff should get done before the end of September, you know? Let's have a look at the painter. You had told me that someone here could maybe do something with some of the treasures I found. Ah, the fisherman. I had thought you might stop by. Welcome to my humble studio. If you're wanting to experiment with some decorations, yes, I'm the person to talk to. I think this guy is not part of this DLC. I think he was added sometime after I finished playing. What sort of decorations? I can attach flags and bunting to add some style to your boat. I have a design here already that you might like. If you find any others on your travels, bring them back to me and I can rig them up for you. Of course, I can also add a splash of color to your hull. I'm sorry to say that my selection of pigments is limited at the moment, though. Oh boy, I hear a side quest coming. Could I help find some more? He thinks for a short while. The other day, down by the shoreline, I saw a strange crab with the most strikingly vibrant coloration. My knees aren't suited to clambering over rocks and chasing crustaceans, you see. But if you caught such a creature... He clears scraps of cloth and paper from his workbench, revealing a large pestle and mortar. With the right binding agent, we can grind them together for a new mixture. He turns back to you, a cunning plan formed in his mind. Fisherman, bring me some of those strange crabs. We'll turn your vessel into a work of art. But, for now, what can I help you with today? Well, I can deliver a flag. So, you found a scrap of fabric, eh? Let me see. A unique design. Do you want to attach it now? Well, I've got a bunch, actually. The serpent flag. You know what? Maybe I'll take that. As you wish. Let's deliver them all. The Ouroboros. You know what? I'll take it. That's much more Lovecraftian. Or is it? You know what? Why not? It's an endless cycle of fishing and making money and using it to buy upgrades so I can fish and make money. Yeah. Do it. Do the Ouroboros. I like the color better anyway. I'll deliver all of them, though. Ah, it must have been here in the research screen. So, okay, so that's why we can't buy it. We never researched it. I guess at the end of the game I didn't feel it was worth it, but now getting one in there, there's no reason not to. And there's no reason not to get all the research parts we can, because we can trade crates for them. Even when I thought we were prematurely getting everything done, we still have a lot to do here. Okay, we need to collect some of this oil that's out here, which I'm sure the folk of the Narrows will be appreciative of. And I'm going to drop some crab pots. Whoops. God, this is satisfying. It's so cool that they just pulled this entirely new mechanic out of this. I'll give it credit where credit is due. This DLC might have been in the oven for a long time, but it substantially changes the game in a really good way. And it's not like this was an empty game to begin with. And I know I could go faster by just cutting through wherever it's thickest, but I mean, I would be really, really, really bothered by just small little patches left out here. Like that one behind us right now. Not leaving you. Maybe it would be faster to do back and forth rather than around the side. Feels counterintuitive because I'm taking time to leave and turn around, but it's definitely a bit easier to control. Now it feels like I'm harvesting in Farm Simulator or something. All these two patches Still not quite enough for one full canister. Just a bit more, though. Just a little bit more. And then probably some more after that, because I want to have an extra canister. There we go. Can we just talk about how lucky the people of the Marrows are to have me? I mean, just imagine you're a regular fisherman out trying to make your living, and then you just run into this on a dark night and never could have seen it coming. And the ghost ships are closing in. Huh, I hadn't realized we don't have the trawler UI out. It doesn't even show it. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, I think, yeah. I should be leaving now. I really should. But there's stuff I want. Those creatures I could not describe to the scientist. Okay, we're gonna have to start trawling via drifting now. Come on. Yep. Oh, we took the entire thing. You know what? That's actually most inconvenient. I don't like that that happened. Alright, our best bet for finishing this tonight is going to be to head through here. Oh no, have I already sucked this up? No, I haven't. There we go, alright. Yep. Yep, I am completely insane. And I don't have any tea in the thermos to help me. Yep. Dodging rocks. The game doesn't usually get this exciting. You saw me consider stopping the fish, right? You all saw that? Okay, well, let's have a look at my inventory. We can discard this. I have a bunch in storage. I don't need any more. We can grab a couple of these. God, what is that noise? Oh, that's the trawl net. It is, right? There we go. I've never been docked with a trawl net out before. It's never been that exciting. Now, where did I have to toss a crab pot? He said pretty much right down by the shore, right? There should be plenty here. So let's just toss that in a shallow area and hope for the best, I suppose. And at this point, I'm really only doing it for completion's sake. I don't think he even counts as a pursuit. But we are going to want to pursue some more of those crates. Found some. God, forget not recognizing ourselves from the start of the game. I don't recognize myself from the start of this DLC. It's so much about the building. Yep. You can hear something roaring in the deep out at sunset. Ooh, and there's stuff right off the rig. What are you guys? Oh, we've caught you before, moonfish. But do we have your aberration? Skeletal moonfish. Chittering bones still operate a ghostly body, impossibly devoid of organs. Spooky. Alright, we'll get our research parts then. Mr. Foundry. We're gonna need one. We're gonna need... Come on. Let me do this quickly. We're gonna need 2. And we're gonna need 3. And there's more where that came from. Wow, we can even make the regular craftables. Now let's go you, and you. And I get the achievement finally for researching all engines. Never really had much use for this other stuff, but who knows, maybe we'll go for it now. Look, we really never moved beyond the basic trawl stuff because the game has been giving us better stuff through the quests. Alright, let's look at the shipyard. Well, it doesn't matter. You'll give me 120 for the skeletal moonfish, which is more than all 5 of these research parts cost me. There you go. And 53 for the regular moonfish. Next, we need an Ironhaven crate and a dart canister, and we can get our much-needed new rod for this new area. And there is no reason to keep this thing here. I'm not going to need that just yet. Actually, we should probably start working on that, right? I mean, I'd always intended to. For that, we're going to need more goop. Actually, as it happens, I do have more goop. I knew staying back for more was a good idea. There we go. But you can go to storage for now. Okay. Back into that mangrove of madness. Here we are, once again entering this mangrove of madness. And the fog leaves it just as mysterious as ever. Now, thankfully, it's right here, but we're still probably going to want to come prepared and drop ourselves a crab pot, just in case we need anything of that variety, and get to work. Arapema? I don't know how to pronounce anything in this game. These huge fish have exceptionally strong scales, composed of layers of minerals and fibers. They have to breathe surface air to survive in sluggish waters. Well, they've gotten even more sluggish now, haven't they? Right, lights on. Same thing, but I'm kind of hoping for an aberration. Nope. And we can definitely take the hit as far as storage goes. The thunder and lightning rolling in, it's like it's conspiring to get every possible atmospheric condition. Oop. Boreaspis. A long bony snout helps to root out prey from the substrate, and a thick head shield provides a strong defense when attacked. It's not a big guy, but it is a strange guy. The deeper we go, and also the older we go, the stranger things become, it seems. Once again, I'm going to try for some aberrations. No. Oh, at least we've got dinner. Enough of this. Let's move a little deeper still. If we have a look at our map, we should be able to go up and to the left. I'm actually seeing some of this directly up on a beach, it looks like. Which is strange. And here it's so hard to navigate, especially when these slicks kind of look like coast. We've already got you. We do not have you. Apabinia? A clawed proboscis passes food into a backward-spacing mouth. Flaps along the segments of its body propel it through the water. It's like some kind of monster shrimp. Prehistoric creatures really are just something else, aren't they? Any other fishing spots? Anything we may have missed? Doesn't seem so. Actually, this red haze that I guess is seen only to us when we're in the middle of this. Makes it easier to see. Which starting to think it's not a condition of the slick itself, but rather, I don't know, the place speaking to us. Maybe positively. Of course, maybe it's arrogance to assume that. How are we getting out of here now? Ah, come on. I think I'm going the exact wrong way. Wait. I got completely turned around in there. There we go, we replaced what we lost. Now, the important thing is, what are you gonna give me for this stuff? And don't lowball me, you can't get this anywhere else. I know these things were only recently reintroduced to the world. $27 for a trophy catch. Okay. Well, at least these guys are a more reliable source of income. That's 3 things. I can repair my damage. And we can go check that pot. Just a horseshoe crab. Okay, we'll leave that for some time longer. You know, with the fog and the morning light, that red haze can look a little bit like we're in the slick. I've got some samples for you. You, sir. And, whoops. And you're not even one of them. You're not even one of them. What the heck? Alright, we've still got a lot more searching to do then. There's some patches over here. Huh, I actually don't remember the structures over here. Well, you're nothing I need. I could use the spyglass, but it feels kind of pointless this close. There we go. Whatever you are, you're what I want. Come on. Surfactinus. Resembling a gargantuan fanged tarpon, this prehistoric predator is known to eat prey the size of a human whole. But we only get the one. Shame. I was dying to know what I could get for you. But I suppose there's always later on. In the meantime, back to the crab pot. 180, so they are worth something. And you can just go ahead and get sold. I'm gonna keep some ice on me for now, because I want a little bit more time to explore and catch around here. Up. Giant mud crab. We've got some big stuff, but nothing that I need at the moment. Tell you what, I'm actually gonna head over to the Marrows and see if that other trap caught something, just to kill some time. I love heading towards the light when it rains in the middle of the day like this. I don't know, maybe I can just imagine myself standing on the back. It's one of those times where the atmosphere is so well done you can kind of smell it. In this case, it doesn't smell particularly good, but you get the idea. No, you don't, Mr. Game. Ooh, we've got a lot of new things. Cerebral crab, turquoise mass swells from within this small crab. The growth pulses, quickening in the light of the sun. We've also got the inverted husk. Flesh prolapsed and shed to the seafloor. A molt discarded, ready to envelop another. Absolutely horrifying. I will take them. But first I should probably ask the painter, any of these what you're looking for? I guess not. I don't have the right pigment to make that. But you just need these things. There we go. Done. I see. All this stuff requires different crabs. Oh, but I see now. It's not the fiddler crab you need, but rather the aberrated type. I guess we'll just leave it for a while then. Yeah, I don't understand why. Up there we go. It was hiding. Jet drive engine. Okay, wait. How much is that? That's, yeah. Not cheap is what it is, but we can install it. And wait until morning. They probably think of us as a nut job for staying docked with our lights on. But believe me, it's necessary to keep the thoughts at bay. Come on, give me something good. There we go. What is that called? Nipponitis. A twisting shell houses this small creature, with eyes and tentacles flailing from the opening. God, so not only is the shell pretty creepy, it leaves whatever's inside in full to the imagination. Oh, hey, look at that. It seems like your generator is more or less equal in pay to the selling price of these items, so it doesn't really matter. It's really just a glorified shop. But as for you and your samples, I believe we've got all you need. With the corporation leadership here, I have to focus. There are pressures acting upon me. We must know where these creatures entered, where the blood... He places the specimens into a large metal chamber before sealing the lid. The motor runs briefly, and a pressure gauge on the chamber rises. The Elder communicates in power. He flips a large switch, and the metal chamber begins to spin, slowly at first, then accelerating until the whole thing is a blur. Needles etch onto graph paper, transcribing the ascent of something, scratched out at speed. A dark fluid rises from a tube connected to the chamber. Not yet pure. We'll need more. Down deeper. Outside, the executive is talking to the foreman. We're almost there. Give it another push. How much power can we give this thing? Sir, I don't think... We really shouldn't. The executive shoots the foreman a glance, disdain and dismissal lacing the muscles on his face. The foreman backs down, defeated. Setting the drill to full power, sir. Machinery in the drill tower steps into overdrive, blurring the air with the sound of gears turning. What's that noise? Oh no! It's the result it's had every single other time we've done this! Who could have predicted? As the roar of the giant creature fades, it leaves behind a silence on all that witnessed it. Faces stare from windows and hands grip railings, trying to process the spectacle. The scientists called it blood. Are we drilling directly into this creature? Boss, that must have been the thing that got all our material shipments. And now it's coming for the rig. A murmur of panic begins to rise from the onlookers. No, we're close now. And it knows it. How long will it take for the drill to break through to the next layer? It still has a little way to go, but you can't be serious, surely. Not with that thing in the water here. Our lives are in danger and you want to keep drilling? Get it done. The executive turns and walks away towards his office, leaving the foreman shaking his head. He's insane. What the hell are we doing here? This drill, whatever's down there, we shouldn't be disturbing it. Fisherman, you've got to help us. He won't listen to reason, but perhaps he'll listen to an operational setback. What do you have in mind? We can't shut down the drill ourselves, not without repercussions from the corporation following us for the rest of our lives. But if it were to be damaged by a force of nature, or force of the deep, we'd have no choice but to abandon our positions. I know it sounds crazy, but if the defenses were to stop operating suddenly, it would leave the drill vulnerable. Please, have a think. See what you can do. A force of nature, if it were to stop operating. You walk the perimeter of the tower. One of the electrical panels hasn't been securely fastened. Open it. You open the panel. Inside, a bundle of cables travels from a black box up into the heights of the tower. The black box has a number of empty slots on the top, one of which has a module inserted into it. It's labeled Flea in electrical tape. Considering this is her invention, perhaps the researcher in Stellar Basin would have some advice. Another word, perhaps? Okay. Look at you. Wouldn't be Lovecraftian if the pursuit of knowledge didn't drive you to utter madness, huh? Are you okay? The inevitable conclusion. He rocks back and forth, hands shading his eyes from the harsh lights above. Our work almost complete. Closer. Pure. Devil's spine. The wretches. Where are they? If there's new things to find, Hadal, volcanic, and crab. Meaning, we need more pots. Alright, we'll get on it. But we'll head down to Stellar Basin as well. We're gonna be doing this at night, but it would be pretty anticlimactic to turn back now, wouldn't it? We're gonna have to let these things pass us by. There, we can grab some aberrations. I just hope we don't see those explodey guys again. Okay, let's put you here. Look at you. I was so caught up in the hunt for an aberration, I didn't even look at the new thing we caught on its own. Giant dragonfish. Pale lights are strung along its body, shining through the deep. And the untouchable wormfish. Well, I think we put that claim to the test. An implausible cryptid of the dark depths. It crawls the silt and marine snow, gulping down detritus of the sky. Gotta imagine you're falling down into the deep and see this thing looking up at you with its open mouth. There must be more, though. It's volcanic, but we do not have the thing. That's alright, we can get that from storage. Oh god, nope, nope, no, 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 no. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Later. We don't need this. Base. You say I can't drop a crab pot here. Why? Oh god, what do you guys do? You dive underneath and then... a tentacle like the one that attacked the rig. You're its eyes. You may even be connected for all I know. Well, let's continue our fishing. Oh, we can't, really. Let's once again try the horn to see if it does anything. Once again, no. And you guys are here. Okay, this is going to be real dangerous territory. Let's try it over here. Nope, we've got you already. You're new. Sawfish. These sharks use their saws to scythe through prey. Any teeth lost are never replaced. Shark teeth are insane to me. I mean, sharks really are just a giant tube of hate. Like a Pringles can that's not big enough for your hand. Actually, these pots need to be repaired. That's why we can't drop them. That's alright. We can come over here and go boop. And boop. And then we can fish something new here. What are you, sir? The Tulicalia. Not much is known about this eyeless, alien-looking creature. The fossil record dates it back to the Cambrian period. These things are so, so cool. One of you guys in the comments, oh my god, told me about the Tully monster that we caught. That's the best way I can describe it, remembering the name. And yeah, fascinating to see that pretty much all of these are real things. Unveiled, that'll call ya. Beak cracked and lips peeled back to reveal an array of misshapen molars, tensed under muscular gums. You mean a cursed shatterbox is what it is. It's 221, 90, 113. Yep, these guys are worth a pretty penny. But we are... Let's put them on ice. I'm gonna put them on ice for a while to give me more time to fish, and we'll worry about the rest a little later. Let's try using some of this bait. Let us try it. I mean, we haven't done nearly enough night fishing, right? If I were to come over here, we gotta kill time until the pots are ready anyway. Let's throw some bait overboard. Now I guess we just wait for something to appear. Oh no, it just creates a fishing spot. Wrapped shark. Ooh, and now we've got something else. A grinning maw turned upwards toward the sky, wing-like fins ready to take flight. Oh, we never had a chance to catch that trophy. Look at you things, to face skate. No, I think we've seen these before. But we have not seen you. Twisted shark. 3 tails that twist and turn. 3 unite behind the head. Thrice the body that must be fed. You know it's bad when your description is poetry. And dark poetry at that. Another new thing. Hang on. The Tetris is starting to get real difficult here. Alright, Dunkleosteus. One of the first apex predators. This bony-plated giant crushes its prey with the strongest jaws ever known to exist. Okay. Let's get this stuff sold. I don't want to deal with your dark ooze. I'm expecting money. 127 for you. 139 for you. We need to keep these two. 194 for this ancient predator. And 427 for the twisted shark. This game has a way of restoring us, doesn't it? Looks like our pots have some catch. And we're gonna want to make this quick, because you guys are out there. Squat lobster. Don't want you. And this thing. Sea scorpion, and we get the achievement, catch all known fish to the iron rig. Oh, we've got to catch another sawfish now. You leave me alone, will you? I want more of these things to sell, but most importantly, I want an aberration. An aberrated Dunkleosteus. Imagine that. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Excoriated fiend. Ascension to the apex comes at a cost. Paid in skin and scale. Well, I guess that makes us the apex now, doesn't it? We're gonna spend some more time here. There we go. What will we get for you? 468, only a bit more. That's A-okay. I've got the last of what you need. Oh no, we did need the... I didn't realize we needed. I thought we needed the sawfish. Whoa! Okay, can't park there, huh? Alright, come on. There you are. Whoa! Leave me alone, please. Leave me alone. Okay, so what you do is you put dark ooze on me, and you cause all horrible things to come after me. Alright, that's alright. Minimal damage. When you have a hull like this, you can afford it. I got so caught up in the price of those things that I sold them all. No. No, 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 no. You can't do that. That's a whole false rig. Or some kind of crazy cargo ship, and, well, I have to know what happens when we approach, right? Nothing at all. I wonder if anybody up there saw that. God, we actually got close enough to register a texture. That's the creepiest thing. Alright, we've got some samples for you. With shocking speed, he rushes towards the table, grabbing at the corpses. The shape that bursts through the blackboard barely resembles the scientist. No longer meek and cowed, now a frightening visage of stretched skin and sharp teeth. This is still wakes the deep. With a sickening crunch, he bites down into the sea scorpion carcass, black liquid dripping from his mouth. His terrible head snaps up to lock eyes with yours. A feral cry rises from his lungs, forming an accusatory scream with freshly born claws pointed in your direction. With limbs overcome by frantic spasms, he stumbles towards the nearest window, slowly at first, then arriving at considerable speed. The aberrated form of the scientist crashes through the glass, diving out beyond the deck of the platform, down hitting the water, then disappearing into the deep. So that's just gonna be out there now, is what you're saying. Anybody else see that? You see that? Did you see that? What's the scientist doing with the fish I've been gathering? Whatever he likes. Honestly, even if I cared to know myself, I'm not sure why you think I'd tell you. What else? I don't have all day. I hope that thing crawls its way back up here to kill you. Why is the Ironhaven Corporation interested in this region? He scoffs. The corporation has an interest in every region. Over the next few years, you'll come to understand. I aim to make sure this thing doesn't last the next few days. The foreman was telling the truth. Something attacked the rig. The executive makes a show of looking around and peering over a nearby railing. Well, I don't see it anymore, do you? What else? Is whatever you're here for really worth risking the lives of your people? My people? These are my employees. Well, let's save that for when it crawls back up onto deck. Howdy, smart girl. We need your help again. Oh, hello again. What do you need? About those defenses on the rig. Oh, I hope they worked. Yes, they worked. Good. And it's always nice to have additional data points. The workers on the rig want to find a way to sabotage them. Found their conscience, have they? I suppose they're wanting it to look like an accident. They wouldn't want to face the corpse wrath if they were found culpable. I do have a pleasingly elegant idea, actually. We don't have to sabotage the defenses in a traditional sense. If you recall, they emit a sort of word. At the moment, they're broadcasting a warning. Flee. But we can change that. I have other recordings of other words. Instead of a warning, it could broadcast an invitation. There's one in particular. I've been referring to it by its closest human analog. Rise. I'll prepare some blueprints for the module. You'll have to assemble it and slot it into the top of the black box. Sounds good. Let's do it. That is creepy and brilliant. We are working for the creature. That is such a cool twist on this because look, in Lovecraftian stories, drilling into something that we can't understand, it's a dime a dozen in those stories, right? But here, with that defense system, we actually can handle it, or at least the rig can handle it. It's the devastation to the world we're unleashing that we should be worried about. And so we're essentially put into this situation where we need to sabotage ourselves to make sure that this thing fails at the source, as opposed to failing at the scale of the entire world. Okay, we need a crate and dark fluid. That's no problem, so that means that we're gonna have to bring this out again. Easiest thing would probably be to start trawling over here. And I'm in a bit of a rush record-wise, but I want to get this done, so I'm not even gonna bother to be clean about it. We'll worry about that later. Point is, we're doing our part removing this stuff from the environment. There we go. We've created a cool spiral shape here. Found a new species. And we can tow this stuff out of the environment. Now, wretched nipper. Blunt teeth and forked tongue test the flanks of passing creatures. A single loosened scale's enough. That is horrifying. Wow. It looks for any weakness in its prey and just climbs inside. We should have all we need now. There we go. And there we go. You remove the old module and insert the new one. As it clicks into place, the sound from the tower changes into a deep rumble. Oh, what are we doing? There's always a bigger fish. With the last scraps of metal still falling from the destroyed drill tower, the executive boards his helicopter, rotors already spinning. Is everyone all right? All accounted for in the factory. Yeah, maybe we could have done this, like, you know, after everyone had left. I mean, you had a lot of confidence in whatever just happening. Foundry's fine. I guess we'll wait for our airlifts out of here. There's no way I'm traveling anywhere by boat. Yeah, I'll sit tight for now. Fisherman, the main buildings are mostly undamaged, so if you still need stuff made, we can sort you out. And there we have it. So I think that may be the end. We brought that thing up and sent it back down, using something that I believe has pursued us before already. The question now is, now what? The rig's no longer operational, but I guess it's still useful as a trade and commerce platform. We don't have to worry about doing monumentally stupid things that endanger all of reality. Well, that was the Iron Rig DLC. And I gotta give it credit, this is definitely a worthwhile expansion pack. Not just DLC, but a true old-school expansion pack that not only adds hours and hours of content, but also expands on the game, neatly attaching itself and making it feel like something that could have been there from the beginning. Not only that, but there's so much to do as far as building and upgrading your abilities and your ship, and there's so many more just fish to discover. It's like I said earlier, no matter what it is that draws you to this game, this DLC has something for you, and I'm gonna give it credit, it's scary. It's got nightmarish creatures and terrifying Lovecraftian horror with a nice twist on how it progresses in the story and our role in it. And it did give me my only jump scare of the game, and it did it in the dialogue windows. And we're just left with that loose end that he's just down there somewhere, having apparently accomplished his goal, but getting up to who knows what. He never told us what the end game was. Well, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.